Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Let's see who we're doing actually. Let's see who is the next reading for. Wow, Sagittarius bonus. That's interesting. Okay, let's get a quick idea. Sagittarius bonus reading for Sagittarius. Could be a could have been holding on to something in the past for longer than you needed to. There could have been a lack of boundaries or something like that. But it looks like you're charging towards something, maybe a new situation, or maybe something about, maybe somebody was charging towards you with some passion. This could be a water sign, fire sign energy. Sorry, I'm just making some tea. All right, Sagittarius bonus reading. Yeah, you could be healing something, especially if you do have like a new pursuer or somebody who's like offering you sustenance or help, or this could be a coworker or somebody you work with. This could be maybe a boss figure, or maybe you're coming out of a relationship with a boss figure, or you're overcoming fears or something. Sagittarius bonus. Yeah, this could be a Taurus. This could be some kind of new commitment or belief system. Um, Something about give and take could have been a key factor in the past. There's something about your wealth, Queen of Pentacles energy here. Um, yeah, you could have Libra placements, or maybe you work in a position with authority, I'm sensing. Um, But I feel like whatever lack of give and take there was, that definitely slowed down the situation. Or there could have just been like with all the retrograde energy that we've been experiencing. Sorry. Just making some chai tea, but let's get you a bonus oracle. Sagittarius messages. Pumpkin spice and apple cider. Very funny because I'm actually making tea right now. So nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. I want to see your own presence. So maybe taking some time out. I think in the first reading I did this morning was all about hermit energy. So 30. Nostalgia, joy, and belonging, and inner child. Your higher self chose this card because there are hints from your past that hold the answer to your future. This card presents itself when you feel confused or questioning your strengths, talents, and perhaps even your life purpose. So you could have been confused. I think the Seven of Cups came up yesterday in your reading. God, that's hot. Pumpkin spice and apple cider guides you to return to the past when you're searching for clues to your next steps. And I did reading today and it mentioned the word clues like 3 times. What did you enjoy doing as a child? What was your answer to the answers when asked? Well, who do you want to be when you grow up? Did you see yourself as an artist? Perhaps it's time to explore different forms of creative expression. We saw creativity come up a lot in your reading today as well. 111 is the page number, by the way. Did you see yourself as a farmer? Why not cultivate a small garden? You never know where small steps might lead. So there's could be something about like manifesting. The weather around you could be quite unpredictable, windy, colder. So it could be a good time to pull in and kind of take some time to journal. I think that was in your first reading. You mentioned that. And there's like a little bird and candle and a lot of candles. So maybe lighting candles could be important. Children know the value of incredible dreams, and so did you when you were a child. So there's something about a new beginning here, some kind of creativity, right? Don't discount any childhood fantasy, no matter how silly it might seem. So maybe what you dreamed of having as a child, you're now seeing come to pass in your life, and it's a bit trippy because it's like, oh, I totally forgot I had that dream, right? One breadcrumb leads to another. What was a desire to be an astronaut might simply mean a love of the stars. So yeah, interesting. Something about the star system or going with the transits could be important as well. Let's get some juicier messages. Sagittarius bonus. I saw jungle or farm. Shoot, I just went on the ground. Changing their level of access to you. So this could be like karmic justice coming in. This could be you coming into a position of authority as well. Ashwini Nakshatra is here, so I believe that's ruled by K2. So that's quite spiritually kind of cleansing. Nakshatra, a lot of red. It is an Aries nakshatra. It's probably the nakshatra that's in the sky right now, actually. I don't know for sure, but I know Aries, the beginning, I think, is Ashwini, so maybe more metaphorical than anything. Trying to energetically attach themselves to you. So you could be cutting cords with things that are like not fair, not equal give and take. This could be a commitment or like a boss figure or somebody older, maybe Saturnian. Anything else for controlling Sagittarius bonus messages? Then we'll move on to something else. Sagittarius messages. Something about developing or healthiness or get to know yourself better. Sidereal Vedic birth chart. So definitely search up your sidereal Vedic birth chart on AstroSeek is a great website for that. Use the whole sign house system as my recommendation. And scroll to the bottom, and there you go, your nakshatras. And YouTube is very good for those. Shows you themes and archetypes that play out, or the general like symbolism of the planets associated with you. So let's see. Don't get distracted. Yeah, I think we saw that in your first reading a little bit about being led down the wrong path or something like that. So very interesting. I want to move on to something with more depth. We don't need to make this too short. Sagittarius. Sagittarius bonus. Because I don't usually use this deck often with you guys. So forgiveness in the reverse or sideways, interesting health. And you can see the snake, the Kundalini rising. So yeah, this is right near the cup of tea, right? This kind of taking time out for yourself could be important as well, especially if something has impacted you. I'm seeing the apple, like Snow White's apple. So there could be something about like a gift that wasn't really a gift. Music could be important at this time as well. Bonus for Sag. Spirituality and religion. So maybe you have different beliefs than somebody around you. This could be somebody controlling. Egypt, interesting. Native American came out. So you could be dealing with somebody who has farm on the bottom, food and hunger on the top. Yeah, communal living, biblical in the reverse. Baby in the reverse. What else does it say? Ships. Oh, that's a bit vague. Wisdom in the reverse. Yeah. Just be careful of whatever relationships you're entering into. Oh, it's interesting. That's not supposed to be in that deck. There could be a lesson in whatever you're going through at this time as well. Interesting. Okay, Sagittarius messages. Last bonus messages. Ooh, that one went flying. Yeah, truth and fairness. I think you got that yesterday. Literally flying, and there's wings on the card. Sagittarius, creation, Amon Ra, so Atum, Amen, Adam Ra, Adam and Eve. All those symbolisms could be important as well. Being ordinary. Is it in the reverse? Oh, so there's some kind of stability, fruitfulness. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Somebody could have been threatening this for you. It's, you know, stability, equilibrium. Sagittarius bonus messages. Praying practices, detoxing friendships, words of abundance. You could be detoxing, or you have been refining your friend group, attracting, not chasing, face your financial fears, exercise, cooperate. Okay. Sagittarius messages. Actually, we're going to do a familiar. I feel like I haven't pulled these for you guys. Sagittarius bonus messages. Gnome, custodianship. Okay. The home. Stag, premonition. Superstition. A lot of darkness in these cards. Potency on the bottom. I'm going to pull a Sabian. Maybe you don't realize something is more detrimental than it is. Is the vibe I just got. Sagittarius bonus. We have Pisces, Virgo, and Leo and Virgo. Okay, I'm going to look up Leo 22 because the number 22 came up in your last reading as well. So that'll be interesting to see why we keep seeing the number 22. Maybe it connects. Leo 22. Here is the test to find whether your mission on Earth is finished. If you're alive, it isn't. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Neil Armstrong. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I got the message. All of us get the message. Sooner or later, if you get it before it's too late, before you're too old, you'll pull through all the night. Nat King Cole. So, what are the keywords? Bringer of good tidings and news, creating lines of communication, completing tasks, feeling like one is on a mission, finding out what's truly going on, having a sense of destiny, receiving orders from a higher authority, being magnetically aligned, pigeons, doves, not being put off track no matter what, mail, and flying home. The caution, gossip, messages that are not useful to anyone, or outworn or old, needing recognition and applause for doing simple things, useless information, putting a lot of effort into something that is not worth it, stool pigeons, working until one drops from exhaustion, being so unpointed that you forget other parts of your life. So this could be a new relationship or Cancer, Taurus energy here, definitely. Let's see Pisces 17. An Easter promenade. Renewed faith in one's life circumstances. So there could be a beginning, right? Rising up from doubt, fear, and loss, public holidays and their celebrations, dressing up Easter bonnets, Easter eggs, chickens, and fertility, the rites of spring, rebirth, forgiveness, joy, spiritual unity, religious holidays, worship, renewal, parades, and transformation. The caution, superficial shows of unity, craving for attention, always needing an excuse to get together and unite, empty displays of faith and joy, doing things only because everyone else is doing them, feeling lost, alone, and forsaken in the crowd, guilt trips, exclusion of other faiths, and religious domination. This could be in the home. Let's see, Virgo 13. The power to sway the mob, having the charisma and talent to turn situations around, elements of personality that get out of control and take over, pulling the rope tight, mind control, political savvy, knowing what to say and when to say it, keeping your mouth shut and ears open, rhetoric, putting out spot fires, being motivated, issues of success, caution, conscious, emotional manipulation or bullying, misusing energy, swaying others to personal advantage, being aggressive, demanding, or overbearing. So you could have someone like this around you as well. Hypnotic persuasion, propaganda, misinformation, using political speak to control emotional repression. Virgo 11. A boy molded in his mother's aspirations for him. Nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment, and especially on their children, than the unlived life of a parent. My mother said to me, if you become a soldier, you'll be a general, and if you become a monk, you'll end up the Pope. Instead, I became a painter and wound up as Pablo Picasso. A child may have too much of his mother's blessing. Proverb. I blame Rousseau myself. Man is born free. Indeed, man is not born free. He is born attached to his mother by a cord that is not capable of looking after himself for at least 7 years, 70 in some cases. For a man to achieve all that is demanded of him, he must regard himself as greater than he is. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. John F. Kennedy. Conformity is the jailer of freedom. Interesting. And the enemy of growth. He that has no children brings them up well. Traditional proverb. Keywords. Being directed on the journey and shaped against one's free will. Plastic or cosmetic surgery. Building the physical or emotional shape. Finding one's way or destiny. Predetermined destinies. Looking like one's mother or father. The challenge of individuality. DNA. Parents as patterns. Allowing others to dictate who you are. Inherited values. Following in the family's footsteps. The caution. Remaining tied to the apron strings of the mother or others. Conforming to social expectations. Not having a clear sense of what one wants to be. Being a reflection of what somebody else wants. Being a mummy's boy. Not having free will of one's own, living the unlived life of the parents, squashed individuality, or letting down the side. So if you're dealing with a masculine, you could be dealing with like a mother's, like somebody who's has weird relation dynamics or is really weirdly attached to a mother in some way, shape, or form. There could have been something very toxic or very like taboo about something. I'm going to pull a few last messages for the bonus, Sagittarius bonus reading. And then I'm going to get water and do another. Coming to attack wanted to show up a little bit. Angel showed up a little bit. Okay, Sagittarius. Bonus. Happiness is a choice. Start being happy. Let's see. I like that. Wants your victory to be theirs. Clout. So this could be somebody who likes your position. Christine, the movie. We already read that one. Crocodile could be a spirit animal that's relevant. Don't get distracted. Could help you tap into that. They aren't going to be able to follow through. Yeah, so money jars. And so maybe there's something about this person's like money, especially if you like share finances with this person. Maybe they're irresponsible financially because we never saw King of Pentacles in this reading. I've only seen Queen of Pentacles, which means the feminine here is stronger with money at least. So I hope you enjoyed this bonus. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip. Good luck. Take care.